Project 7, Computer Hotline. You are assistant manager of the computer hotline business. The business offers overtime bonuses to employees who work extra hours. You've been tasked with preparing the tables. Task 1. On the average call time worksheet, use an Excel feature to copy the spark lines into all the vacant cells of the trend column. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure we're on the average call time tab by clicking on it. Go up to G4 where you see the first trend line. Move your cursor over to the bottom right to where you have a fill cursor. Highlight the cells you want to fill in and release in the information copies. Mark task 1 completed. Move on to task 2. On the employee hours worksheet, add a row to the table that automatically calculates total hours worked by all employees. First thing we want to do is go to the employee hours worksheet tab. We click somewhere inside the table so that we can get our table 2's design tab. Once we're in there, we click on total row. And you'll see that down here it adds the total row. Mark task 2 completed. Move on to task 3. Add a function to the overtime column cell H4 on the employee hours worksheet that will display the word yes if the value in cell J4 is higher than 40, otherwise display the word no. So we're going to use an if function. So go to H4 for overtime, click on formulas, go to logical and use if. So if the information in cell J4, we're going to move our function arguments over. If the information in cell J4 is greater than 40, then we want it to print out the word yes. If the information is not greater than 40, we want it to print out the word no. So once we have that information in, we click OK. And you'll see here that it fills in. Mark task 3 completed. And let's move on to task 4. Task 4 says in cell I4 of the employee work hours sheet, use a function to copy the name from cell A4 and formats the name so the first letter is uppercase and the remaining letters are lowercase. So the first thing I want to do is go over and put my cursor in cell I4. The next thing I want to do is go to make sure I'm on the formulas tab where it says text. Go to the text function library and I'm going to look for the word proper. Once I hover over the word proper, it tells me that it converts a text string to proper case. The first letter in each word is uppercase and all other letters to lowercase. So I click on proper and it's prompting me of what text that it wants me to fill it in with. So the information I'm looking for is in cell A4, so I click on cell A4. It puts the information in the box. Click on OK and it fills in the blank with the proper form of the name from the A4 section. Mark task 4 completed. Move on to task 5. Task 5 says on the average call time worksheet, create a 3D clustered column chart that shows only the call time for Friday by each salesperson. Position the new chart to the right of the table and change the colors of the chart to colorful palette 4. First thing I want to do is go to the average call time table and I want to go and I want to highlight the information in my chart. The next thing I'm going to do is go to the Insert tab. I'm going to insert a recommended chart. And I'm going to make sure I go to Column. And I'm looking for a 3D clustered column. Choose 3D clustered column. Select OK. When the information comes back in, move my chart over to the right. And I'm going to go ahead and where it says Monday, I'm going to take Monday out, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so now I just have my salesperson and the day of the week I need on Friday. The next thing I want to do is make sure I go up here where it says change colors and I want to change the color to colorful palette 4. So highlight colorful palette 4, choose it, change the color of the chart, mark task 5 completed and click on grade project. Good job.